So I just talked to this guy, or he talked to me. Of course, it reminds him of the old days when he used to go busking, but he was only playing jazz. And then he started going on about again that why on earth would I play the alto saxophone? And I said, well, because and not the tenor saxophone. And I said, well, because I don't have one. And he said, well, if you have an alto, why don't you swap it for a tenor? It just sounds way better. And he said that last time too, and I was thinking, okay. Oh yeah. And then he said, yeah, I don't know. I think it's wrong that people just go into the streets and practice in the streets. And I'm saying, what do you mean? He said, yeah, why don't people just go to like a studio and practice until they're good and then they go into the street? And I'm saying, I don't have any problem with people going into the streets and playing. Where does practicing ends and where does being good starts, that is in itself is weird to me. I don't know, that even like when a kid, they go out and they play the clarinet and you know that they haven't been doing it for a while. I said, yeah, but you're not a kid. And I'm saying, what do you want to say? That I'm just here practicing, I'm not good? So he said, I didn't say that. I said, well, what did you say then? The next thing is, of course, German bashing. Oh, Germany. Can't even have an exchange. Can't talk about things. They take everything personal. I say, well, I don't know. I think we can have a good conversation. I think I'm a decent conversationalist, unless you are getting personal. Then how did I get personal? And I said, well, this is kind of a weird critique because you're kind of trying to tell me that I'm just practicing here and that you don't like that and people shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to have an exchange, but I guess this is not wanted here. I don't know, I just want to share this because it is just about people who approach you, them themselves being musicians, to tell you how much better they are or how good they are, what great musicians they are, and they have to put that onto you. I play, and of course this time again, I used to play with such great musicians, but when somebody turned up with an alto saxophone, I was like, I don't want to do this. Oh yeah, and then he said about the people who just practice in the streets, it would kind of ruin the music. I don't know how to translate it.